Welcome to Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul, where we celebrate the soft romance of a Peachy-Cream kitchen designed for comfort, charm, and everyday warmth. In this video I'll guide you through how to choose palettes, finishes, and vintage details that make a kitchen feel lovingly lived in yet elegantly current for 2025. If you enjoy gentle, timeless styling, subscribe for more cozy inspiration. This introduction will give a quick tour of what to expect: palette tips, cabinet choices, countertop pairings, lighting ideas, and styling tricks that honor antiques and practical modernity. We'll keep everything easy to follow and perfect for viewers who love tactile textures and stories behind pieces. Please like and comment below to tell me your favorite kitchen memory. I'd love to know. Before we dive in, a gentle reminder: subscribe, like, and leave a comment with what you'd like to see next: pantry tours, appliance styling, or vintage finds. I tailor content with seniors and vintage lovers in mind, so your voice matters. Now let's begin our Peachy-Cream journey, cozy, chic, and full of soul. Choosing the right Peachy-Cream palette is the foundation of a cozy, timeless kitchen. Start with a base cream with warm undertones, then layer in muted peaches, soft apricots, and gentle blush accents. For contrast, add warm neutrals like aged ivory or warm grayish, and introduce small doses of muted sage or dusty blue to ground the look without overpowering the softness. When selecting paint and finishes, test samples in different light throughout the day. Morning sunlight, midday glare, and soft evening light change the mood. Small swatches on cabinet doors and behind hardware give a clearer sense of depth than a chip on the wall. For cohesive flow into adjacent rooms, pick one dominant tone and vary intensity with trims and textiles. For vintage charm, allow subtle imperfections and layered finishes. A lightly glazed cabinet face or soft worn island edge enriches the palette. Embrace finishes that reflect warm light rather than glossy glare. Matte or eggshell sheens keep the color feeling tender and lived in. These choices make Peachy-Cream both elegant and approachable. Cabinetry is the heart of the kitchen. For a Peachy-Cream space, choose styles that read classic and approachable. Shaker or recessed panels provide a timeless backdrop, while beadboard or tongue-and-groove faces add country charm. Consider inset doors for a refined, museum-like appeal, or full overlay for easier modernization. Both can be painted in Peachy-Cream tones to keep the room unified and restful. Hardware selection completes the look. Warm aged brass or soft antique bronze complements Peachy-Cream beautifully, adding gentle shine without harsh contrast. For a balanced composition, pick simple cup pulls for drawers and slender knobs for doors. Softly rounded edges and slightly distressed paint edges can make cabinets feel familiar and inviting to seniors who value comfortable, slip-resistant fixtures. – 」 – 」 – 「」 – 」 – 「」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – 」 – Think about mixing finishes. Paint main cabinets peachy cream and reserve a natural wood tone island or open shelving for contrast and warmth. This layered approach adds visual interest and practical wear zones. Shelving in reclaimed wood encourages display of vintage ceramics and treasured heirlooms, reinforcing the channel's storytelling ethos. Countertops must balance beauty and practicality. For a Peachy-Cream kitchen, consider warm honed marble or quartz with soft veining that echoes apricot and cream tones. Butcher block islands introduce warmth and a place for food prep and patina over time. Choose finishes that minimize glare. A honed or matte surface keeps reflections soft and enhances the inviting mood of the room. Care and longevity are key, especially for viewers who prioritize low-maintenance surfaces. Engineered quartz offers non-porous durability with color stability, while sealed natural stone requires gentle upkeep but rewards with unique character. For mixed materials, pair a stone perimeter with a wood island to create a practical work triangle that also reads visually layered and welcoming. Edge profiles and overhangs influence feel. A soft eased edge or OG profile complements vintage details, while thicker slab edges make the island feel substantial and anchor the room. Don't forget to coordinate sink materials and faucet finishes to maintain cohesion and friendly ergonomics for all ages. Backsplash is where function meets focal point. For Peachy-Cream kitchens, consider elongated subway tiles and soft ivory with a subtle peach glaze, or handmade encaustic tiles and muted motifs for a vintage touch. Textured matte tiles with soft grout lines create a restful backdrop that complements painted cabinetry and countertops without fighting for attention. Mosaic or pattern tile can be used sparingly, behind the range or a small niche, to add personality without overwhelming seniors who prefer calmer visuals. Neutral grout that blends keeps the overall effect gentle. A slightly darker grout emphasizes pattern and age, which can be lovely if you want a more rustic, lived-in charm. For a softer, contemporary take, consider full-height painted plaster or Tay-Black style finishes in creamy peach tones that read seamless and tactile, easy to clean, and beautifully reflective of natural light. These finishes pair wonderfully with vintage brass fittings and open shelving displays. Lighting makes Peachy-Cream sing. Begin with abundant natural light where possible. Large windows, a skylight, or even a light well will warm cream and peach tones organically. Layer with ambient ceiling fixtures that provide even, soft illumination, and add task lighting under cabinets for prep areas. Dimmable options let you shift from bright morning energy to soft evening warmth with ease. Accent lighting highlights vintage pieces, small picture lights over display plates, warm LED strips inside glass front cabinets, or low-hung pendant lights above an island create pockets of interest. Choose warm color temperature bulbs, 2700 to 3000 K, to flatter peachy tones and keep glare minimal for comfortable, senior-friendly visibility. Consider materials that diffuse light gently: opaline glass pendants, linen shades, and frosted globes. These choices protect eyes from harsh glare while keeping a romantic, timeless feeling. Balance practicality with beauty by placing switches and dimmers at accessible heights and ensuring even, slip-safe floor illumination. Textiles are what turn a kitchen into a home. Choose linen or cotton curtains in light peach or cream for window treatments that filter natural light while adding privacy. Tea towels, runner rugs, and seat cushions in complementary florals or small-scale checks add pattern without busyness. For seniors, prefer non-slip rug backings and easy care fabrics that can be washed without trouble. Soft, textured napkins, woven placemats, and gently patterned chair cushions give tactile richness and approachable elegance. Layered textures: a linen runner over a wooden table, a soft woven seat pad on a vintage stool, to create a scene that invites lingering conversations over tea. Keep patterns familiar and scale moderate for a calm, senior-friendly environment. Caring for textiles is part of the story. Choose machine-washable fabrics for everyday items and reserve delicate linens for display. Rotate fabrics seasonally to refresh the palette and maintain a tidy, cozy kitchen that feels both lived in and lovingly tended. Vintage accents are the soul of a kitchen that tells stories. Seek out small pieces with character: a chip mixing bowl, brass ladles with patina, or a faded wooden cutting board. Use these items both functionally and decoratively. A stacked set of vintage canisters or a curated shelf of mismatched porcelain becomes an heirloom gallery. When mixing old and new, keep scale and color in mind. Avoid too many competing focal points by choosing accents that echo your Peachy-Cream palette or provide gentle contrasts like warmed copper or muted teal. Label and place items where they can be seen and used, turning display into a practical part of daily life. For collectors and seniors, consider safety and accessibility. Raise frequently used vintage items to comfortable heights, secure heavier pieces, and avoid precarious stacks. Display with lighting and low shelving to invite reminiscence and ease of reach, making the kitchen both memory-rich and manageable. Good layout makes a kitchen feel effortless. Prioritize the classic work triangle, stove, sink, fridge, and ensure clear paths for movement and seating. For Peachy-Cream kitchens that favor cozy gatherings, allow space for a small table or an island with comfortable overhang seating. Walkways should be at least comfortable for 2 people to pass, minimizing risk and preserving sociability. Consider storage ergonomics. Pull-out drawers, lower open shelves, and lazy Susans reduce bending and searching. Place everyday items in easy-to-reach zones and reserve high cabinets for seasonal pieces. For seniors, soft close hinges and lever handles improve usability. Thoughtful layout choices make the kitchen both beautiful and genuinely usable for all ages. Think about sight lines from adjacent rooms. A Peachy-Cream palette should flow into dining and living spaces. Use consistent trims and small accents to guide the eye. This creates a cohesive home story where the kitchen's warmth becomes part of the larger narrative. Functional styling is how a kitchen stays lovely day after day. Keep countertops tidy with a few curated items, a mortar and pestle, a wooden tray for oils, and a small vase of dried flowers. Use trays and shallow baskets to corral clutter, making surfaces useful but visually calm. These small systems are especially helpful for seniors who appreciate order and ease. Appliance finishes should be chosen for coherence. Matte or warm stainless steel integrates well with Peachy-Cream schemes while avoiding cold reflections. Hide bulky appliances behind cabinetry when possible, and use pull-out appliance garages to maintain a soft, uncluttered look. Practical storage keeps treasured vintage pieces safe and visible but not in the way of cooking. Labeling, gentle organization, and easy access baskets make daily routines smoother. Reserve open shelf space for items you reach for often, and keep fragile or heavy items lower. Thoughtful functionality keeps the kitchen welcoming and ensures your beautiful choices are also sensible for everyday life. Small finishing touches transform good design into something unforgettable. Choose tapware, hinges, and light switches with warm finishes like antique brass or soft nickel so they harmonize with Peachy-Cream palettes. Introduce subtle architectural details, cornicing, beadboard panels, and simple floating shelves, to create shadow lines that feel lovingly finished and calming to the eye. Styling details like vintage recipe cards in a glass frame, a small herb pot on the sill, or coordinated jar labels make the kitchen personal and practical. Keep displays intentionally modest so each object reads like a story rather than clutter, which helps seniors navigate visually and emotionally with ease. Finally, consider seasonal swaps. A new runner, different tea towels, or a few new stems in a vase refreshes the space for little cost and effort. These small rituals invite delight and keep the Peachy-Cream kitchen feeling alive throughout the year. Thank you for joining me on this Peachy-Cream journey, from palettes and cabinetry to vintage accents and lighting. I hope these ideas feel practical, gentle, and full of soul, especially for viewers who treasure comfort and timeless style. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment telling me which idea you'll try first. Your feedback shapes future videos. Remember, small, thoughtful choices create a kitchen that's both usable and beautiful. Whether you start with a paint sample, a vintage find, or a soft linen runner, each step builds a home that welcomes conversation, memories, and daily comfort. I'll be back with more vintage styling tips, so stay cozy and creative. One last reminder, subscribe if you haven't already, click the like button to support the channel, and share a comment below with your favorite kitchen memory or a question. I read every message and love hearing your stories. Together we keep decor alive and soulful. Until next time, happy styling.